Hello, Malafolks and Weirdos, and welcome to an extra special Halloween themed stream today. Yeah, I wear it, in tournaments. I wear it for painting. I love Halloween, and I figured, you know what? I should dress. It may not be Halloween today, but it's Halloween week. So I'm going to wear, my jester's hat. So yeah. It's going to be like jingling in my ears the whole time. It's my special, it's my special weird hat. Didn't have time to throw on the full jester's outfit, which would also be a little bit too warm because it's all made out of this fabric. But yes, getting spoopy up in here. But so in the special Halloween tradition, I decided to paint up a Malifaux classic model that I haven't seen anyone paint up in a long time. But then he's been sitting, unprimed in my case for years and years and years. But now that I can actually use him on a regular basis, I'm very excited to bring da-da, the Carver. So we're going to be painting up the Carver today. I'm very excited for this. I've always loved this model and was super excited when in 3rd edition we were able to bring him with the Dreamer. And the Night of the Carver in the old M2 book was one of my favorite little special scenarios. But yeah, so today is brought to you by Shenanigans and Halloween and jingly hats, and I've got candy today too. So this is gonna be fun. So I'm very excited for today. All right, so I obviously primed him earlier, and we'll see how far we can get on him. I might be able to finish him up today. Going strong here. So I'm gonna start out by doing the blades. I'm gonna be doing a rusty metal effect on them there, which requires metal first. And normally I use a wet palette most of the time. But if you put metals onto a wet palette, they split, which makes you very, very sad. And also I've got 2 water pots. One is for when I'm working with metals. So going to be over there. So this stuff covers pretty well without being... I like the metals from Reaper MSP. So I'm going to, lay down those base coats of metal. It's going to go very, very quickly there. And I don't use one of my good brushes when I'm doing metallics like this there, because it can kind of, cut things up. Oh, I'm glad you like my hat. I figured since this is my special Halloween stream, I should put on a costume. And I tend to, I wear this hat a lot. I mean, I originally made this hat for when I do, I've got a full-on Jester's outfit that I like to wear out to the Ren Fair. But I've started wearing this hat when I participate in tournaments at like Gen Con, or when I run events at Las Vegas Open or various other large events. Because it's fun, and I am a fan of fun. But yeah, sewed it myself. Because I am a crafty lad. I actually had to learn how to do. Oh, that would have been awesome. But I kind of decided on a whim this morning that I was going to paint this guy up and didn't have time to run out and get a pumpkin to fit on my head. Also, let's be honest. Have you seen the size of my noggin? That would have to be a really, really big pumpkin. So maybe next year. Yes, I love, love, love Halloween. Yes, I tend to actually make whenever I do costumes for Halloween. I make my own costumes there. I sew them up. Lately, it's been because Halloween falls right at the time of year in Houston, which I'm in Houston. It falls right at the time of year when the Renaissance Fair is here. So most of my Halloween costumes have been to go with Ren Fair of late. And I make my own costumes for that as well. I actually had to, as part of my original degree, I went to school for theater, and I had to learn how to do costume design. And as part of that degree, so I know how to sew, and so I do that. It's fun. All right, so I got those metallics on there. So now we're going to start out with. I'm going to start with the base coat on the. Might as well start with his the centerpiece there, Mr. Pumpkinhead. Let's make sure. There we go. I'm actually going with kind of a rusty reddish brown, just to get my get a nice deep richness to it there. Yes, yes, I'm a man of many talents, and I've wandered through doing many different weird careers.
And now I paint things.
But I do love Halloween. I think I have not had a chance to see Dune yet. Um, I know that it's streaming on HBO, but I feel like I've been waiting for that movie for a very, very long time. So I'm going to do it justice and see it in the theaters. But I wasn't able to go to the theater this weekend because I was out at the Renaissance Festival here, running around dressed in my kilt. Oh yeah, I'm really, I was going with a risk on this, but this rust brown, I'm like, yeah, that's kind of pumpkiny, right? Look at that. I'm excited for that. It's a nice little pumpkin base color. wasn't expecting to look. Yeah, right. I wasn't expecting it to look quite this good straight out of the bottle, but man, happy accidents. I thought it was gonna look kind of weird until I got the started doing some layering and hiding on it. But man, that is a nice looking pumpkin base. Need to remember this for when I go and paint the what is it? The Toil and Trouble box. Oh, I'm looking forward to yes, the Carver today. We are doing a special. Today's an extra special holiday episode because I love Halloween. All right, so got that base coat on there. So I think I'm going to go and start doing the, let's go with the pants. And by the way, I don't know if it's really the microphone is picking it up, but yeah, the bells totally jingling in my ears are going to drive me gradually around the bend over the course of the stream. So watch as the sound drives me to distraction. Yeah, I think that'll work. Or do I want to go with the dark, slightly darker one? Let's go with the slightly darker one, but really thin it down. Well, I mean, I could only go more insane, and there's only so far you can go. And let's be honest, I mean, have you watched me stream? The Bells of Doom! They are tolling for madness. Yeah, that'll work. So I went with a very, very thin down glaze of this. Just to kind of really establish the shadows. This is a Zenithal Prime, as per usual. Because I like how rapidly I can get a good look out of a Zenithal Prime. It really guides you as to where you should be putting the highlights. But yes, I love making Halloween costumes. I love running around doing Halloween things. I think my most favorite costume that I ever made, though, was back when I still lived in Chicago, and it was Uncle Drunky the Inappropriate Clown. And so it was a full-on, sad clown outfit. But I taught myself to juggle. Yeah, I taught myself to juggle for this costume. And it was, I juggled wildly inappropriate things, made inappropriate balloon animals, and walked around with a flask and a cigar. And instead of being, a friendly clown, I was like, screw this. The story was that I was a former star of a children's television show that had lost his television show and was bitter about it. And so that was the backstory on Uncle Drunky, the inappropriate clown. And that was one of my favorite costumes I've made. All right. Well, let's move on to his shirt. Exactly. Got to have a backstory to the costume there. And the fun thing is, so you all know that I am bald. Well, at the time, I actually had hair still, but I wore a wig that was like a comb-over wig that I then, painted that white, did the full clown makeup, but painted that white and dyed the hair red. And so that was good fun. All right. Oh, this Halo desk light here. This is actually, I made this. I designed and 3D printed it. That's what my day job is. So I actually made the Halo desk light here. Ooh, new to Malifaux. So I think when it comes down to a crew that's new to Malifaux, you want something that's not too crazy tricksy. Is there one of the let's see, that's John. Yeah, sorry. Your name's really dark there. Is there a faction that you found that is particularly appealing to you? Or still up in the air as far as that goes? Because when it comes to picking out a crew, I recommend finding the faction that you like. And then every faction has got, quote unquote, beginner friendly masters and, some that are a little more weird and tricksy and require a little more finesse. And knowledge of the rules to play them effectively. So Outcasts, Neverborn, a couple of the guild ones, and one or two of the Explorer Society. Okay, so when it comes to Outcast, I would say that the Victorias, so Victoria Chambers and her sister, are pretty straightforward crew. Von Schill is also relatively straightforward, but slightly less straightforward than the Victorias. As far as Neverborn, Nakima is one of those masters where easy to learn the basics, difficult to master it and play it to the level that I know some people, one of my local guys, Andre from over in Austin, he's been cleaning up the tournament scene around here with the Queen of the Neverborn. So Nakima is pretty straightforward as far as the basics there. Explorer Society, I think of the ones of them that I have played, I would say Lord Cooper. I'm still just learning the stuff that the Explorer Society is bringing because they're the newest faction. But from what I've read, what I've seen, and what I've heard about playing, Lord Cooper is one of the more straightforward Explorers Masters. So he said, Outcast, Neverborn. Guild Perdita is pretty one of the more, straightforward, shoot the crap out of your opponent. With then, got the finesse details. Like even any, straight, quote unquote, straightforward master has got, it's one of the things I love about Malifaux is that even the straightforward beginner friendly masters have the ability to play them actually at a high level. Like my local hardcore Nakima player, he honestly loses maybe locally one game every 3 or 4 tournaments. Dude's ridiculous. So Lord Cooper was one. Yeah, so Cadmus is definitely one of those ones that's a very strong master right now. And that I think starting with Cadmus, I would not recommend, unless it's like, I must play Cadmus. Cadmus would not be a master I'd recommend to start with because she's got a lot of shenanigans that her and her crew pull. And that, if you're not quite picking up on how to run the shenanigans, it suddenly feels kind of underpowered. Once you know what the shenanigans are, it feels quite powerful. Because it is. All right, so there we go. Getting some nice. But yeah, Lord Cooper, I really like him. He's got, a nice depth to him. But also is, fairly beginner friendly. I would say most of the guild masters are also pretty begin. I'm thinking about, Sonia, relatively beginner friendly. Perdita, pretty beginner friendly. Lady Justice, relatively beginner friendly. So, yeah. All right. I'm liking these colors so far. All right, now I'm going to need to do some of the patches there. Let's see, what color do I... So, straw there. I need to hit that straw. Let's hit that straw with leather brown. Well, see if your local store can, order it for you. I don't know if you've got a local store. I'm lucky enough to have an awesome local store that really does a good job of supporting the Malifaux community. Dragon's Lair Houston, hooray! And I'm also super excited. They're currently expanding. So, not this tournament. So, I run tournaments about once a month. And so our November tournament isn't going to be in this new space, but the December tournament will. And I think when all is said and done, I think they're going to have about 20 gaming tables in there. So it will be this absolutely insanely huge space. And then I'm really basically it'll be large enough that I'll be able to run a GT inside the store. So at some point, I'll be running a GT inside that store, and you all should come to it. Because I run an awesome tournament. All right. Got that based there. Let's see. Let's get some of those other patches on there. Well, that one I want to be, that one will be red. That'll be a nice little pop of color. Oh, hey, you know what? At least, I'm not running around with this guy because he's got scissors. It's okay, Kyle. I still love you. Like, do you mean like flannel or like corduroy, like the ridges on them there? I've never seen someone do corduroy. I've seen someone do like a plaid flannel, and by the end of that, they wanted to throw the miniature across the room. The rigid corduroy pants. I'd imagine you would do it pretty similar to the way you would do like pinstriping, because if the pants actually have the corduroy texture, you're gonna just follow that texture there. But I mean, these are smooth, so you'd have to go in and fake the shadows on it there. That would be ooh. I don't think I would personally try doing like a corduroy without having the actual texture on the model. And I had to get a little bit of purple onto him here because that is the color that I got a lot of my things in Nevermore. So I need purple. Hey, what's up, Dapper Dal? How you doing today? All right, that's looking all right. We're getting spoopy. Spoopy time. Spoopy time. Okay. Oh, that is a nice little patch on his back there. Let's go with that too. Painting up the Vallejo Classic, the Carver. Alrighty, well, it's time to let's hit the. Let's go with the muddy brown on the wood there. Actually, no. Let's go with mahogany brown. Yeah. I'm doing well, you know. Excited to be doing some Halloween painting times because I love Halloween. Let's clean that off. I also enjoy, you know, wearing my silly little jester's hat because you know what? It's fun. Jester's hat equals good times. When I bust this head out, we know I'm up for a good time. Yeah, it's going to be a nice wood there. Ooh, this guy's going to have some nice rich colors to him. Yeah. I'm excited to get this guy. You know, this is one of those models that I have wanted to paint for years and years and years. Just never gotten around to. But you know what? I decided today, hey, let's paint the Carver. Because I figured I wanted to do something, you know, kind of Halloween themed. And I've seen a lot of people painting up, you know, I've got the Toil and Trouble box, as well as the alternate Pandora box. But, you know, I've seen a lot of people painting those. I haven't seen anyone doing the Carver. So I figured it's Carver time. Do some Malifaux-related art again. Really short Marcus animation, kind of a werewolf mid-transformation. Oh, that's awesome. Did you share that anywhere? Because I'd love to see that. I do some animation myself. And I'm an animation nerd. Total animation nerd. Oh, wise Doug. Oh gosh, does this hat make you think I'm wise? Because high society for the dedoxies or surgical staff, for the nurse and autopsies. Like them both and can't decide which I'd rather paint first. So I like the doxies in the high society, because they've got that. They're wearing, you know, the pretty clothes underneath all the muck and grime and undead stuff. So you can do some really cool, you know, pretty clothes with the you can make them look, that you got that juxtaposition of the pretty and the undead, which I really, really love. I'm a big fan of the finding the beauty in the ugly and finding the darkness in the beauty. It's one of the reasons why I really enjoy metal music. Some of my favorite artists have got a very, dark aesthetic, but with, kind of an odd sense of beauty in them. The painters from Studio de Sade, I've got a lot of their works around my room here. So Sarah and Nigel are from there, are really awesome. I love their work. Their booth was actually like neighbors to Wyrd this year. Also a big fan of H.R. Giger's work. So a lot of that, I'm a fan of the finding the beauty in darkness or finding the darkness in beauty kind of aesthetic, that juxtaposition. Do I sell that? Oh, you put it in the Discord? Which channel did you put it in the Discord? I'll go hunt that down. And John Ashley, I intend to at some point, not currently live on that. It's a work in progress. Hopefully by mid-November, I'll be able to. My personal website, topdogdesign.com, has got will be where you'd be most likely to find some information on that eventually. I don't think I've actually posted any pictures of that up there. Oh yeah, there we go. The Willow link. That's got a lot of the stuff for my various socials, but also has got the link to my personal websites up there. So that has got where my stuff like that will be eventually shuffling around with partners, former partners, etc., to get it up and running. So soon. This one was a prototype. Pick up the M2 Dead Doxy box. Good fun! Hooray! Alrighty. Picking up some handles. Yeah, so this guy's going to be almost totally base coated here in a few minutes, which, hooray. This guy's coming together really fast today. Maybe it's just the hat, because the last time I wore this hat when I was painting was a couple years ago at Gen Con. I did the speed painting competition for Wyrd, and made it to the finals. Didn't do well in the finals, but I made it to the finals. And I wore this hat because I thought it would be fun. And then I wear this hat because, it's red and black and it's, the red and the black Joker. I do it to capture the essence of the red and black Joker. At least that's what I'm trying to do. So what paints do I enjoy using? If it works, I love it. But most of what you see me use here today is the Reaper MSP series. I've gradually been moving to them over the years. I started out because I really like their flesh tones, because they've got, unfortunately, most paint companies, when they say flesh tone, they mean a Caucasian flesh tone. And it was really hard to find any flesh tones for, let me see, what color did I want to do? Sorry, thinking out loud here, what I'm going to do. Yeah, I think I'll do this one, gold pen. No, actually, tanned leather, amber gold, brown. No, I did that. Sorry, I'm sorting out paint colors here. But so I like them that they are consistently, they've got a consistent opacity across the spectrum. So even their darker colors, I can thin down to be a nice glaze without it just completely obliterating the shading underneath. And as you saw here, I do a zenithal prime. So that's kind of how I like to go about it. So got earth browns and leather brown. The next one up on there. Let's go with, that'll probably be my straw. Chestnut gold pen. Yeah, let's go with that for leather straps. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, so I like that for most of the paints. When it comes to like purples, I still have not. I've tried the MSP purples, but honestly, the GW, the Citadel Negarethnite, Xerius purple, and Gene Stealer purple is just the most rich purple I have found, and so haven't replaced that one yet. I've been trying to move away from the Citadel paints a little bit because they're a little bit inconsistent on the pigment density. And so as I've developed my, technique and style, I found that going with a paint with a little less coverage allows me to fit this, the paints fit to my style. Because 90% of the time I'm painting over a zenithal prime. Because I like the way it looks. I like how quickly I can get something that like, because this could almost, I mean, honestly, a couple more, finished base coating and everything. This could be considered, by a lot of earlier beginning painters out there. Oh, boom, you're done. Tabletop quality. I'm going to be pushing the highlights more on this, but gets me. Yeah, it's tabletop. This is almost tabletop ready. And I've been painting this, what, less than an hour. And so being able to get to something on that quickly. Oh, God, I love the lore. Oh, that's actually his shirt right there. So I need to go and repaint that a little bit right there. So one of the things I really, really love about Malifaux is that the more you dive into the lore, the more it feels like the lore is actually tied to the way the game is played. You know, cheating fate. There's, all the stuff with cards and all of that stuff throughout the game and throughout the lore. And so I really enjoy that. Have you listened, Dapper Dell, have you listened to the Breachside broadcast yet? It's the lore podcast from Wyrd. Oh, nice. Yeah, it is. So I tend to save up a whole bunch of episodes and then binge them all at once. Because when I'm going, nothing makes me sadder than going, oh, I'm out of lore to listen to. And, no one's asked this question yet, but, I'm going to answer it anyways. So, my favorite Breach-Eyed broadcast episode, which you can totally listen to. Oh, I missed something. Oh, no. Oh, gosh. No, that is, very, very sad. But I cannot mention their name. If I say their names aloud right now, they will start whining. and then they will start singing the song of their people, which is a sad, sad howl, because that is what they do. And because mommy actually had to go into the office today instead of work from home. So, but if you want to listen to my favorite Breachside broadcast episode, and I mean, it's my favorite piece of Malifaux lore, and you can listen to it out of order with everything else. It's a puzzle box. Hey, curses! How you doing today? He has a cult? You know, I'm easily influenced by the promise of dark powers. I mean, if anyone could, say what D&D archetype most fits me, warlock, totally me. Definitely a warlock here. Alrighty. So I'm actually painting the crows on the thing here with the really dark blue that I did before. Because you ever look at crows in the right light, they kind of get a bit of a bluish sheen to them. So I'm going to try to get a little bit of that into them there by going with a deep, man, what is it? Midnight blue. Oh, he's Team Steinel-Res. Oh, if he's Team Steinel-Res, well, you know what? Oh, that one's. I gotta actually close that up. Why are you not working there? Let me say, I gotta clean that off. Close it up. There we go. Yeah. I'm Team Steinel-Res as well. Very much Team Steinel-Res. Some of the best primers I've ever worked with. You're closed? Yeah, you're closed. You're closed. There we go. Alrighty. So pretty much everything has got its very base coat on there. So now what I'm going to do is, let's see. Okay, so you are 72, 71, so chestnut. Yeah. Actually, I probably no. I'm gonna go with chestnut. So over the blades there, I'm now gonna basically go with a super. I'm basically making a. That's not quite red enough. Really? Is that the next one in that thing there? Yeah, I'm actually going to take and really thin down my mahogany brown and use it as a wash on the blades to get that nice deep rusty look on this, because I want them to look like nasty. This is going to give you tetanus just by, glancing at it. So really kind of washing that in on these here. Really get it to settle into the recesses on there. All right. I should probably take a look at what I want to do on his mouth. Okay. On his eyes. His eyes should be glowy. So I'm going to go in and actually, you know what? Going in, dropping a little bit of white into his eye sockets there. Or his pumpkin holes. I don't know. Is that pumpkin holes? Eye sockets? I don't know. What's the term for that? eerie light holes. Pumpkin holes not Twitch approved. I'm sorry if I get us banned. I was going to put it inside his mouth because, he's a jack-o'-lantern, so it's going to glow from inside his mouth too a little bit. But yeah, so the one episode of the podcast you should go listen to, that you can listen to totally out of order. So you got Smashing Pumpkins cover band. No, the episode you should go listen to, Puzzle Box. The best episode ever so far of the Breachside broadcast. Love me some Puzzle Box. Alrighty. Good to go. That needs a little bit more of my rusty wash there. Dulafit, is that the Lady J versus Nicodem one? Has that been released as a Breachside broadcast yet, though? Because I love that story, but I don't know if it's been released as a Breachside broadcast. Also, I'm taking a candy break. This candy break is brought to you by the tasty combo of chocolate and peanut butter in the shape of a pumpkin. Because you know what? Yum. Oh. Mm. Sorry for making you all want candy, but you know what? It's Halloween episode. Okay, well, what should I work on next time here? So, all of the base coats are on there. I think I should start going in and working my way outward. So I'm going to do a little bit of that red there. Sorry. I really love candy. So I've got a hardcore sweet tooth. I love candy. After I'm done here, I'll probably go eat some Sour Patch Kids because, I just bought a big old 2-pound bag of those. Because they tell me I'm actually an adult, which means I get to do whatever I want. Blood red. Yeah, there we go. Oh, yeah, Nightbot gets mad with links. That's not what I want. That's white. Let's bring a little bit of that other red into there. Oh, my little Georgie is downstairs barking at the neighbors. Because apparently no one is allowed to, be outside doing things without his approval. My little Georgie Porge. But so do I have favorite Breachside broadcast characterization for a master? Ooh. Yeah, I can't remember what the name of the episode was, but it's the one where the guild has got a new mining operation that keeps being beset by setbacks of, various beasties and stuff. And it is turns out it's actually Marcus directing these beasts to do this stuff. And in it there, at one point, Marcus goes, "My mountain!" And that seems like such a little thing. It's like, hey, this is my land, get off my mountain. But that story then is actually why he is now Neverborn. If you then go and read the story with in the, I think it's in the Neverborn faction book, where Marcus goes and talks with Titania. She talks about how him claiming that he claimed the mountain, and then the mountain said, "Well, yes, I do accept that you claim me. I am your mountain now." And so that's how he became Neverborn, is by claiming the land as his own and the land accepting him. And so the story where he claims that land is so good. Oh, Bullet. Yes, that one is fun and shenanigans. And I love it. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and hit his eyeballs with a little bit of this contrast paint here. Actually, or no, I'll just go with the yellow. Yeah. No, I think I'm just going to actually go with really thin yellow. Bullet is delightful. Bullet is gremlin shenanigans at their most shenanigansy. Rezzer's Ball. Oh, nice. That one, the one where they invite that fledgling necromancer to the party. Yeah, Bullet is about the drinking game, which is delightful fun. So let's get that with a little bit of marigold yellow in there too. Tone that down a little bit. There we go. That's looking a little better. So I'm kind of for the inside his mouth and with in his eye sockets there. I'm going with a very, very thin down, very bright color to just kind of get it to run and settle in the sockets. And it ends up kind of shrinking back, which gives it a nice look to it there. So let's see what's up next. Well, you know what? I'm going to go and so I need that really, really thin down. And so on the rest areas now, I'm going in. I'm hitting it with the rust brown now. Very, very thin down. So it's resting basically where like water settled in it. So I do this very much like doing a wash on it there. But then what I'm going to do once this is dry is I'm going to go back with the metallic and kind of add streaks where it scraped on the cutting edge, where it scraped off the rust. But basically, I want these to look like, just by looking at them, they're going to get tetanus. Alrighty. Amber gold. No. All right. Let's hit those guys. Another coat of that. Alrighty, so mahogany brown. Next up is chestnut brown on there. Alright, let's actually get to work on that shirt there. That would be a little bit confusing. So just kind of mixing up a mid green halfway between these two greens there to really get a nice come on mix. There it is. All right. I'm starting to do the highlighting on the green shirt. Well, midtones really, but moving towards the highlights there on the green shirt. So excited to actually get some paint on this guy here. And get some paint on my thing there. Let me. I'm losing everyone real second for fast. Okay, there we go. I can see me. Sorry, I lost the chat for a second there, but I can see it now again. So is anyone else painting up some Halloween themed stuff? Or even if it's not Halloween themed, Halloween appropriate? Rotten Harvest, yeah. So I have been too busy to actually get something done for Rotten Harvest. So well, best of luck with Rotten Harvest. So you're painting Guild? I'm not painting right now, sadly. So, you know what? If you're not, painting at work, I got to say this to you, Nate. Coward! Yeah, I have to, yeah. Oh, I don't know. You could, I mean, if you wanted to, you could totally turn a Yuko crew into a commission. Kind of go very Japanese horror with it. But then again, if it's commission, that's probably not what they want. Where is the strangest place I have hobbied? Honestly, I can't think of any place that was particularly odd that I hobbied. All of them have been, kind of pretty straightforward. Obviously, in the gaming store, I've done that, but that's appropriate there. I mentioned earlier in the stream that I had taken part in the Wyrd speed painting at Gen Con. And while, it's kind of hobby related, that was definitely a strange place to be painting. Because until I had done, paint streaming, that was definitely the most on display, painting publicly I had done. And so that would probably be the strangest place I've painted. And actually, it was really cool. While I was doing that, God, it was so intimidating. In there, they're in the finals, and walking by comes Angel Heraldez, which, if you're not familiar with who that is, Wyrd has posted. He's been doing a lot of paint jobs for Wyrd lately, and is one of the best painters I've ever seen. Super nice dude too. But so he comes walking by as I'm in the middle of this, painting competition, and just coming by, watching what's going on. I was like, "Oh God, I feel your judgment upon me." And so, while not, a strangely inappropriate place to be painting, or a place where, it would be surprising to find someone painting, it was definitely the strangest paint hobby and experience of my life. Yeah, he makes it look easy. So he actually did a really cool video. I need to sit down and watch the full thing at some point. Where he did a video using the new Artist Opus dry brushes, where he actually dry brushed almost the entire model. And it was cool to see him, there's a lot of, painters who will, kind of poo poo using dry brushes. And he goes in and does an entire model better than anything I've painted in my entire life. And does the entire thing dry brushing. And part of it was to promote the Artist Opus's new line of dry brushes. It's also kind of that, hey, there's no such thing as and this is something that Haunted has mentioned on his stream a few times, is that there's not, such things as a beginner technique or a advanced technique. There are techniques that are, easier to learn. There's techniques that are more difficult to learn. And that just because you learn a more difficult technique doesn't mean that the easy way, the easier technique isn't right for a particular circumstance. Because there's definitely tons of times where dry brushing is the way to go. But yeah, Angel, super nice dude, crazy talented, and he's got those bunnies, and the bunnies show up on his stream on his stuff occasionally. So It's one of those guys who I would love to be able to take, an actual class with. Get a little one-on-one tutelage. And so really just going and building up to the highlights gradually. Takes a couple coats. So do it with a very, very translucent paint, but it makes for a smoother blend. Ooh, what are some people's favorite Halloween movies? Or, Halloween TV show episodes. Because this time of year, I always like to just watch, Halloween themed things when I settle in to watch something on the TV. Ooh, Dead Just. That's a crew I wish I had a copy of. All right, I think it's time. Hey, what's up? You were late, but you are here now. This is for my Neverborn. I love Neverborn. Dreamer is one of my favorites. And this is a model I've wanted to paint for a long time. And so, like, hey, you know what? Time to paint, the Carver up for funsies. But, also to get onto my table. Okay, so on that, I think I'm going to mix that with just a dash of the rust brown that I'd had before. I know. There goes the neighborhood. There we go. Started with a familiar face, it looks. Nice. Yeah, I love Neverborn. That's a little bit overthinned. Good. Neverborn are just a cool faction. Do I have a basing scheme for them, or I tend to change? It depends on the model. A lot of times, I like to. I will set the model where it lives is kind of the or where I view it doing battle. So a lot of my nightmare crew, like the Dreamer and them, they are on cobblestone bases because I picture him going on a merry little jaunt through the streets of Malifaux. And just having a fun old time. So that, or like my Woe's crew, because there's all the stories of Pandora going through the streets and terrorizing the people of Malifaux City. Now, a lot of my, if you look at my, so on my Instagram, the stuff I've been painting most recently has been my Neverborn Marcus stuff. So a lot of, it's Fae, but it's, beasts. And so it's out in the wilds. And so I've been doing some nice long grass and stuff. Hey, yeah, doing some spooky season stuff here. Nice to see you, Jotun Wolfart. How you doing, man? Oh, that sucks, Jotun Wolf. Yeah, I hadn't seen you doing any paint streaming at least recently. Hope you get feeling better, man. Also, you need to come out so I can teach you how to play Malifaux sometime. Oh, that sucks. I'm really happy with this colors for pumpkin. Really surprised with it. So I start. Those who tuned in late, I started out with a rust brown, and I'm doing kind of a 50-50 rust brown fire orange. I've been good, man. You know, keeping busy. Was out at the Ren Fair this last weekend, so that was good times. Oh, dude, make sure I'll be there all weekend. I think we're. I think the plan is that we're going to camp out there, man. It has been way too long since I have seen you in person, Yoten Wolf. Oh, heck yeah, man. When I'm done streaming, yeah, yes, sounds good, man. Yeah, when you're, we'll coordinate something when I'm done streaming. going and bringing the brightness to the pumpkin now a little bit more. A little brighter. A little more orange. I'll have to try that out. So I've got a few of the Vallejo color shift paints. I've only played around with them actually on spoons, because it's a really good way to get things to see how a color shift paint is going to shift with different angles. But I've only played around with them really with spoons. I think I want to try using them on the Calypso. I think the Calypso could look really cool with color shift paints. Did the Detsway bot with color shift. Oh, that sounds cool. Because you know what, staring at this pumpkin and these pumpkin colors really makes me. I want some pumpkin pie right now, man. Really want some pumpkin pie. But I don't think I have the stuff at home to make pumpkin pie right now. Let's be honest. I am always thinking about food. Food is probably my biggest vice in life. I love food. And I worked in restaurants for a long time, so. Oh, you know what this color kind of reminds me of? Kind of reminds me of Thai iced tea. Do I want to become famous? Why, yes, I do. Oh, but if we delete them, how can we ever become famous? I apologize. I mean, after I'm done here, eat a coworker today. Chew on Matt's arm. It's oddly appropriate because I've got pork go. I've got some shredded pork going in my crock pot downstairs. And once I'm done here, I've got to go and well, it's not shredded currently. It's currently slow cooking, and then I will go downstairs and shred it. Oh no, you can't eat beef or pork. Oh my gosh, that makes me so very, very sad for you, my friend. Oh, that sucks. Have a hat close up. Extreme close up. Ah! Ah! I love that movie. God, I haven't seen that movie in far too long. I should watch that movie again, but after spooky season is over. Oh, so Wyrd. So the way that is working is Wyrd is multi streams across a couple platforms, and because it's a company, I am a part of the streaming team. On my personal stream on Guslado, I am an affiliate. And I think a couple of the other Wyrd streamers are the other Play Weird team are as well. I know Ben is. Bubba Hotep. God, I haven't seen that movie in forever. That movie is delightfully weird. Is there anywhere that's got Bubba Hotep streaming right now? Because that sounds like fun. Oh, you were asking that. Yeah. I don't know. As far as affiliate stuff goes, I have affiliate on my as Guslado now. I haven't done much with getting it set up properly, but I am an affiliate. Just need to take the time to actually properly set up perks for subscribers and stuff. But busy. I'd rather be, making content than doing the setup bit there. But I definitely credit, what I've been doing here on the Play Wyrd stream for making my personal channel more successful. Because I wasn't streaming as much on there as before I started doing the stuff with Play Wyrd, and this is definitely driven traffic towards me there, which is delightful. Oh, Sabrina is delightful. I love that show. I need to actually get around to finishing it at some point. See, last year around Halloween, my wife and I, because The Simpsons are all on the Disney Plus now, we went and watched all of the Treehouse of Horror specials. So let's be honest, those are classic. Those are classic TV. Ooh, I need to catch up on Castlevania too. There is so much stuff to watch. How am I ever supposed to watch all of the things? Loving how that pumpkin head is looking so far. Alrighty. So I think I'm going to go let's see, where's my green? There it is. Just hit that purple. Yeah. Oh God. Oh wow. If only Jay were here today. It's been a while since you've tuned into my stream here, Jotun Wolf. But apparently, my stream has become the terrible dad joke stream. So that fits right here. It fits in well here. Of course, that means we've only got a few seconds until Kimberly gives us the old terrible, terrible groan, and I can just see the eye roll in the way she types it. Because, quite frankly, we kind of deserve that. Good. Oh, good. Yes, they. I didn't get to turn in to see the Vagrant song. Live play. How did that go? Oh, damn it, Jotun Wolf. This is why we can't have nice things. Ooh, 3 you were westbound. Ouch. Oh, good. That's a tough. That one's a tough encounter. But oh man, that it looked from what I saw on the stream on Friday with Bayou Bash. You all are all having so much fun with that Bayou Bash stream. That was like, oh man, it made me want to be there playing with you all. Kim wins. Hashtag Kim wins. And after all of the crap they gave you for being in, bringing up the rear, you go and have what could only be described as the most epic Bayou Bash turn. Because that was a truly epic turn there, Kimberly. I mean, it's called being self-deprecating. Ooh, my tummy's gurgling. I think it's time to have my other peanut butter pumpkin. I know. Sorry, I apologize in advance. Nom, 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 nom. I apologize. But only kind of. Peanut butter pumpkin is delicious. Ooh. Favorite candy? Reese's. Reese's peanut butter cups, Reese's peanut butter pumpkins, Reese's peanut butter eggs. Oh, no, see, I'm apologizing in advance because before you turned in Jotunwolf, every time I kept talking about food or eating things, and then it would make Kimberly and the other people watching hungry. And they would give me crap for that. So I'm apologizing without actually really apologizing. Okay. Man, I need to get a larger wet palette. I mean, this thing's getting full of all the stuff. Should be drawing or painting. Let's see what's that. Let's grab number one brush. There we go. There we go. What have you been working on lately? Ah, yeah, my 2D artwork is definitely my weak point. I need to work on some of that. Kimberly, were you working on your Toil and Trouble box some more, or something else? You know what? For that kind of box, it really works for what's in that box, though. It's definitely got a good play around and see how it goes kind of feel to it. I look forward to painting it at some point, but I contemplated prepping it up, getting it primed up and ready to paint today. But I've seen a lot of people painting it recently and decided, hey, you know what? I want to do something a little bit different that I haven't seen. Bring my one of my all-time favorite models to the table. I've wanted to. I love this model, but I just never gotten around to painting it. So perfect excuse to finally paint it, right? Fast. I'm really excited with how quickly this guy's been coming together today. Kimberly, I've got about 5 minutes left here, right? Or is it an hour 5? I'm going. My brain is made of pudding sometimes. It's the bells. I told you the bells would drive me insane. Ah! Okay, cool. Just making sure. Because I've been, saying all these things and making you all hungry. I want to make sure that you're able to get, some food into you there. And not, chew the arm off of a beloved coworker. I'm certain, Kelly would have to, sit you down and have a talking to if you ate Matt or Kyle's arm. I mean, she'd forgive you, but you'd at least get a talking to. Hey, Matt and Kyle don't need both arms to be able to design stuff. Yeah, so we're getting close to wrapping it up here for today. So I don't believe. Let's see the schedule. Who do we have streaming tomorrow? So let me just go over the schedule. Tomorrow, we've got tomorrow morning. We've got Eleanor painting, and then we got What the Foe in the afternoon. So looks like so Eleanor is going to be painting at 11 a.m. Eastern. So tune in. I don't know what she's painting, but what did you do to deserve that, Kyle? To be fair, you know what? Oh, Eleanor's doing a raffle. Awesome. Make sure you all tune in. Do you know what she's painting? Or is she still keeping on going with the From the Depths box? Oh, she's raffling the buy. Whoa! What? So, any of you who have not seen that Kim, you've got to share Eleanor's socials there. Her Instagram. Check out the pictures of that. It is beautiful. She did a beautiful job on the Bayou starter box there. But yeah, so it's about time for me to call it quits here for the day. I will probably actually be, so Eleanor, on her Instagram there, oh man, go check out that Bayou starter box. Tune in tomorrow to, I'm assuming you have to be here to get that. So tune in tomorrow for Eleanor raffling that off because that is a beautiful box. I will probably be streaming sometime later on tonight, probably around about 9 or 10 o'clock tonight. Just, follow me. Share my socials, please, Kimberly. So follow me there. I'm Guslado on here. And so thank you all for tuning in. I'm going to try to finish this guy up tonight because, it's spooky season. So thank you all for tuning in and stay weird, everyone.